Hey guys, back with another video. And I was looking for videos yesterday and today, and I realized that I did the video of Brazil and I never made the recap about how if that video hit 8 likes, then I would do a video about my scariest travel story, and it's actually true. That actually is scary. Um, if you like so. Just want to say it is true that what did happen is a little bit scary. In that video, I think it got 8 likes. Let me just check. Yeah, it got 8 likes. I said if we hit 8 likes, then we'll do it. It took a little bit longer, but we finally got it. And so, yeah, 8 likes. So I forgot about it honestly, and also all the World Cup stuff. But yeah, now it's time to do that video, and it comes from a scary time, and something that very scary happened. And this also happened when I was young, so it didn't happen recently. It happened 6 years ago, I think. So it happened 6 years ago in 2016, I think in summer. So let's talk about it. So we had to get out. I said I was already 2016. I think it was 2016. I think I was 6, almost 7. If I'm right. It's hard to remember the details, but I do remember what happened that day. And unfortunately, that's why I do not want to go back to this country. I know there's obviously a lot more better things about this country, and maybe it's better. This is 6 years ago, but the country that this happened in was Turkey. So, Turkey, I know a lot of people say it's good. And it probably is. It probably is. Honestly, it probably is. But when I went, it wasn't during the best times, and it's might have been because it's in Istanbul, because we went to Istanbul. And just to give you a bit of context, we've been to England, and then we went on a bit of cruise around the Mediterranean, and then we ended in Turkey. So Turkey, we only went to Istanbul. It was only like a few days. And there was one good thing that was good about it. We got a really good rug. It was kind of expensive, but that's the only good thing I can really say about it, because the rest isn't the finest. Yeah, I was 6. I was with my mom, my grandparents from Brazil, and my cousins and my uncle. My cousins and my uncle. So it was a big group. And let's just talk about what happened. So let's just start off with the first part. There was already 2 things I didn't like about the country. One, maybe 3 things. One, there were cigarettes. A lot of people did cigarettes there. And in this day of age, you just say, why cigarettes? We all know it's bad for your health. And if you do cigarettes, fine. But I didn't really like that, especially being that young. And number 2, a lot of stray cats. There was stray cats everywhere, maybe dogs, but it was a lot of stray cats just roaming around. Especially again how young I was, it didn't seem normal. So yeah, and number 2, now this is where I think you guys can understand one part. People want to touch my hair because if you can see, I'm blonde. Nobody is there blonde. Back then I was also a lot more blonder. Now, it's still blonde as you can see, but it's a bit more darker, especially towards the front. But back then I was full blonde. So yeah, and people want to actually touch my hair because nobody there. Everyone there has black or brown color hair. So that was the final thing before we get to the big thing, which is where this is where I was like, no, I never want to go back to Turkey, never again, because maybe the perception has changed since. It would be cool. I know there's a lot of cool things about Turkey, but this day will always pop up in my mind that it's just not the good day. It's a really bad day. So let's just get to that day. Let me just talk about it. We were in an apartment or whatever just for a few days, and we went to maybe one of the city centers. I don't remember a lot again, but we went to one of the city centers. But this is where it gets something bad. A riot happens. And it might have been because of the government, something like that. But a riot happens, people start like shooting guns or whatever, and obviously we didn't know where to go. So it was really nerve-wracking, that part. We had to, like, there was guns going everywhere, tear gas. This is when we had to actually run. There's tear gas like going around. After tear gas is sprayed, and if tear gas gets in your eyes hurt. Like, you don't like it's really bad. So tear gas starts going around, gun shooting everywhere. We run really fast to go. We go into a store, just a regular grocery store. You get like candy or cigarettes or whatever. And then we go. The guy locks the door, and we have to hide out there for like 2 or 3 hours. Yes, imagine you have to hide out at a grocery store with somebody you don't speak the same language, and you've never even met. Wow, there's tear gas and people with guns outside. It was a full-on riot. And then maybe like 3 hours later, when it cleared up or whatever, we went back. So yeah, like there's not a lot to really say. So yeah, Turkey. It's fair to say that I never want to go back there. At least for now. But that doesn't mean I can't try. Like maybe some parts, but I would never go back to Istanbul. At least if I have to, unless I have to. But I never want to go back to Istanbul because that is the day where I actually have. So like, if you guys can hear that, it's not a happy thing that happens. It's probably the scariest moment that's ever happened in my life. Like that, at least I remember. So yeah, and I still get memories about it. So, and unfortunately, that would never clear away. That's just something kind of like PTSD, but there's a lot smaller than PTSD. But it just sticks in your mind, unfortunately. Because that day, will always, like whenever I think of bad memories, this day comes out here. Because again, I was only 6. And it's like my first bad memory. So, like whenever I think of bad memories, this is the one. Like, click on that dot because that was like my scariest moment ever. But yeah, like that doesn't. But I still want to go out to the world. I still want to become a traveler because, unfortunately, these things happen in the world. Unfortunately, it just happens. Like, it's all and like I bet Turkey's a lot better place. Doesn't mean that Turkey's still a bad country. It's also a little annoying that they're in maybe like not the greatest political place. They're next to Syria, which is in a war, near Afghanistan, and let's just say that area is not the best and the friendliest, like war-wise. That doesn't mean that don't go to Turkey. I'm not saying don't go to Turkey. Turkey's still a good place. It just happened the time I went there. A riot happened and all this stuff happened. But I want to get back in the world. I want to because I actually haven't been out other than Brazil, unless you count Puerto Rico, because I did go to Puerto Rico in April. I haven't been out of the U.S. That's not Brazil or Puerto Rico. Maybe since like early 2019, maybe even 2018. Like I think my last place was, I don't remember. But I'm hoping in February. February is hopefully the time where we go to Germany. Because my family really wants to go to Germany. I actually have a great, like my grandpa's like great grandpa or something like that was from Germany before even World War One, maybe like the 1890s or 1880s. So it will be very exciting to go to Germany, and my name, my family history starts around that area, Germany and like Switzerland. So it'll be really cool, like Germany, like Switzerland, maybe France, because I've also never been to France. Like, if you want to know, like I said, I did a video on Italy, I did a video on Brazil, did a video on California, because California I've been this year, along with Puerto Rico. It's just also a tough time, like a lot of flights have been canceled. So I mean, the COVID times have been hard, and airports are still maybe recovering a bit. But I hope to get back out into the world because I want. If you didn't know, I want to become a traveler. I want to go to a bunch of different countries. I want to explore the cultures. I want to smell the things, like smell like some spices. I want to be out there. I know a lot of people disagree with this and just have a nice life, but I want to do something different. I love traveling. I love to visit different countries. I know I've seen a bunch of different travelers been to these countries and say they've loved it. But But yeah, this is the story of my scariest travel experience in Turkey in 2016. So yeah, again, this is probably not. It's definitely not a happy video. Yeah, I'm also unhappy video because it's just a very unhappy moment in my life and very scary. But I hope you guys like to hear about that. I hear about what happened. And I hope you guys like this series coming back. Maybe I'm not sure what I'll do next, but I'll think about it. Maybe like there's definitely been a few more countries I've been to. But I like the few episodes I've made so far. So I'll see you guys next time. See ya.